All right, good morning, cyber traders. Welcome back on this lovely Wednesday. Oh, today's Tuesday. I'm sorry about that. How's everybody doing, everybody? Good to see you. I feel like every day is like Sunday almost. That was a beautiful day yesterday in New York. I was out boat fishing with my kids, teaching my young son how to drive my boat, getting really nervous about that. But you know what? Got to get some outside adventure after you have a great day of trading. You trade the morning, you enjoy the day, and you get to enjoy life. That's what it's all about. So welcome back. Good to see you, Norman, Jose, Dennis, Bonnie, Kathleen, Patrick, Phil, Andrea, Grant, all the traders. Welcome, Stern. Good morning to you, too. For everyone on YouTube Live and Facebook Live, thanks for being here. We're going to go through some of the watch lists. We got a couple of good stocks that are making some big moves. We got a couple of big events that are going on this week. You do not want to miss these big events that we're going to be hosting here at CyberTrading University. Remember, you have to learn before you could earn. Now, before we do that, just kind of tell you a couple of things I want to cover. I want to talk about we have a workshop that's going on live today. We have Tuesday's Traders Talk. We're going to tell how all of you here, we once in a while, we do broadcast it live on YouTube and Facebook Live. So if you're not part of CTU, we do through these benefits once in a while to kind of get you guys a little involved to see what we do here. Great event that's going to be going on at 11 o'clock. Also want to talk about some students of some of their feedback that I got and some of the mistakes that they're making. Remember, losing is a good thing. If you know why you lost, you're not going to do it again. But we're going to talk about that. But before we do that, there were a couple of really, really nice moving stocks this morning that we did pretty well. NYSZ, just want to bring that up really quick. That one, we had a really, really quick little pop right here early in the morning. You could see a stock really ran from $1.20 to $1.90. And, after watching it on level 3. Oops, sorry about that, guys. I forgot to share the screen for some of you. Oops. I'm sharing live on YouTube Live, but I'm not sharing in the cyber group room. Let me get that screen to be shared with you. Hold on. There we go. There we go. All right. Actually, like I said, if you guys are in the cyber group room, it's always nice to be on YouTube Live because we broadcast video. So you guys can look at my ugly face and, working in my upstairs apartment, my office, not my apartment, my office. All right. So anyway, that stock was a really good move this morning. NYSZ had a really nice move, came back down. We'll talk a little bit about that. There was also a couple other ones. INMB did really well and some other ones. But before we do that, I want to talk about regarding about what happened yesterday. We had a couple of really, really nice movers that had some nice little pushes that went pretty well. And it's so funny when you check them out now and you see what happens, they're not really doing too well. So anyway, this EQ, I don't know where in the hell it came from. But, I keep bringing this up and I keep telling everybody, don't worry about it. Every day we find these stocks up 200-300%. Okay. Why they're up 200-300%? Who the hell cares? Okay. All we know is they went up. So anyway, this thing, I don't know where the hell it came from. But look at this bad boy. This thing ran in the middle of the day at 10 o'clock. At 12 o'clock, it just didn't want to stop. It went from $8 up to 12, went up to 16. The damn thing ran all the way to $30. It was just like, oh my God, this thing won't stop. All the way up to the last minute, literally last minute. But it was a level 4. It was a category 4, even a category 5 when it got around that point. Got extremely volatile. Where is it now? You think I care? You think we care, cyber traders, right? All we cared about is, listen, we didn't need to make, 10, 20 points on there. Could definitely pull out 2 points, 3 points out of it. But you know what? They're there every day. That was a fun stock. Awesome stock. You guys had a lot of fun with that one. The INO was a great, unbelievable mover yesterday. This stock, the pharmaceutical stock, this thing's been all over the place. We've been trading this stock since the coronavirus. And I mean, it's like a war zone going on with these pharmaceutical stocks. Who's got the cure? Who doesn't got the cure for coronavirus? Who's got grant from the government? Who doesn't got grant? So this thing did unbelievable yesterday. Right at the gate, it just ran from 23 to 28. I did really well with INO, and that one did pretty well. By the way, don't confuse. A lot of people are confusing the difference. Do not confuse INO with NIO. Okay. A lot of people confuse the difference between these two. So remember, this is the copycat of Tesla. By the way, Tesla went to 1,800 yesterday. It's just unbelievable. Elon Musk, I had to cut a deal with the company, his own company. Said, listen, if I can keep the stock over 1,000, I get this, I don't know, you got he got like a 500 or $1 billion bonus or something like that. And he actually went to 1,800 yesterday. Look at that. I can't believe it. Look at that. This thing is just like, are you kidding me? Definitely a huge short squeeze. You don't see stocks go from $1 to 1,800 in like a week. It's unheard of. Okay. So that was definitely unbelievable. But anyway, that was a fun stock to watch. But within our price range, what do we kind of trade? The VXRT was great. And by the way, that's going back on the watch list again this morning, but it is a second protocol stock. So that one, we've been trading that stock. You can see right here at $2, had a nice little Fausto flag right there. And you can see how the stock ran from within about 3 days. It became not only a good day trade, but remember, you want to learn how to swing trade, you got to be a good day trader. That thing just literally ran to $14 within 2 days. Now you could see yesterday, it just went up all day. And then right at the gate, unfortunately, it did it right around lunchtime, which we really don't trade at that time. But you can see it ran from 10 to about 13. So that's basically what you missed yesterday. Okay. So what are we looking at this morning? So remember, yesterday's been put in the archives. Okay. Just forget about yesterday. Today's a brand new day. Now, before I go through the watch list, I do want to address a couple of things. First of all, I want to do a quick shout out, and I like to thank Patrick Lewis, one of my students. Sent me a really nice private message in the trading room. And he says, Fausto, you changed my life. Thank you. Well, Patrick, you're welcome. And I'm glad I changed your life. And that's one of the other reasons why I love teaching people and being part of it is changing people's lives. Because I know with some of the things that you guys go through, if it's, money issues, if it's, getting laid off from work or you're getting older and, you can't live on Social Security, wherever it is. I said, listen, it's a great job. You just got to surround yourself with good traders, the right mentor, the right education, and you got to be patient. But you're more than welcome, Patrick. And I know a lot of the people out there, I get fan mails from you guys all the time. And, like I said, just thank you for being part of the team too. That's really it. I know it's a very tough decision and it's very hard to, it's like doing that diet. You know what I mean? It's like finally saying, you know what, maybe I'm going to start going to the gym. Maybe let's do this. I got to do something. So I'm glad you guys basically came aboard, and thank you very much for that. Now, another thing I do want to point out too, another major problem that I found is that you guys heard this whole story about brokerage firms giving free tickets. Everybody heard about that? The free ticket thing? You know what I'm talking about because you all got it now. Well, one of the students made a comment in the trading room. Was actually a student. It was actually a trial member, I believe. He said he did 200 trades last month. First of all, I don't even do 200 trades. Not even in my prime did I do 200 trades, okay? Just because they're free, listen, that free thing is something that is making people be going wild. And let me tell you, brokerage firms, now they're starting to realize, hey, you know what? It's not about, making the $5, $10 tickets. It's all about making them hit the button. That is a very bad trading style. You should not be doing 200 tickets, when it comes to trading. So just get everybody to know, don't be fooled with these free tickets that you're getting because now you think, well, it's a free fall. I can come and go. It's like a Jimmy Buffett. Oh, I paid $10. All I could eat right now. Well, we all know what happens to the person that doesn't leave the Jimmy Buffett and is there all day. He's going to get diabetes. He's going to be obese. And he's going to get probably sick. Don't go crazy with these free tickets. Believe me, it's all about strategy. It's all about making money. Yeah, this sounds pretty good on paper, but at the end of the day, remember, once you buy it, you're already a loser. Remember, it was 3 things you had to beat. 2 things you got to beat. It was the spread and it was the commission. The cheapest part was the commission. Now, the only thing you got to beat is the spread. And if you think you're getting free ticket charges, you got an issue. You got something coming. All right. So anyway, that's that. Got that out of the way. We're going to talk at the end about the events that are coming up. Let's go through the watch list really quick because I know that's why everybody's here. And we got a couple of stocks that are moving. I want to start off with the IMV. Okay. IMV has a really nice push right here. Hold on, let me just change the chart right here. So the stock had a really nice pop. It's got a nice little support level right here around $7. You got 11,000 share right there right now. So it looks like it's going to be testing it. If it does break it, I'm not really seeing too many buyers out there. You see, he just uptick his bid right there on the matrix. I think he's getting hit right here. Look at time and sales. I want to keep an eye on it. It looks like it went to 7, 8. Tier size is very small. It looks like it's starting to break it. Probably be a little nervous right now. But if it gets past this 687, then it's bye-bye. So don't look at it because it had a good mover. It's up 130%. Stock has obviously been dying down. So it's now becoming in as a second-class stock instead of a first-class stock that we're looking at. I am MB. This one also was a great mover. It was a great pop yesterday. It made a good move this morning. You could see it went from 5 to almost as high as 22. You could see it right there. But I would be a little cautious right now. Big profit taking going on. Look at the level 3. There's not that really many orders out there. So when you're dealing with a stock like this is not like a typical level category 1 stock that we all could trade. Now you're talking about in the 4 or 5 category, which makes it very, very risky. What does that mean? Some people ask. If you're new here to CyberTrading University, category 4 means if you're a trader that makes between $1,000 a day and you could afford to lose $1,000 a day, then this is up your alley. Okay, that's where that comes in. Sorry about that. I don't know why people call me. I block my phone to tell people, don't call me between 9 and 9:30, and people still call me. All right, whatever. Let them send that text to them. All right, so what else we got going on? We got that one. You know what? This one also fell out of bed. I don't know what happened to this one. ICON, nice little push. Had a nice push going into the close yesterday. She's up about 97%. She's a cheap little stock. Big orders out there. There's a lot of iceberg orders out there. You got a 32,000 share buyer at $1.54, 10,000. So listen, this could be a category 1 or it could be a category 5, depending on, as a trader, you could trade several thousand shares of this if you're an advanced trader. So that's the good thing about it. You can get out of it. If you're a beginner, you could trade with, the beginners could trade with the advanced traders here in the Cyber Group room. But I like the volume. I like this, I love the spread. Okay. Now the question is following the trend. The trend is your friend. You don't want to buck that trend. MYSZ. So this one, I don't know what the hell happened to this thing. This thing just fell out of bed. My size. Beautiful runner right out of the gate at 8 o'clock. Listen, I almost got suckered into this stock right around 8 o'clock. But then what happens, we all know about the 8 o'clock move, the 8 a.m. move. That's when orders start coming in. Program trading came in. Thing was all over the place. It says, you know what? Let me watch it for a little bit. I almost hit the button, and I almost bought like 5,000 shares of the stock. But remember, 5,000 for $1.30 is pretty. It's not a lot of money, but every penny it goes down is $50. Adds up. You know what? You lose 50 cents. You do the math. Okay, 2,500 in the snap of a finger. Not really the game that you want to play. But anyway, she's backing up pretty fast right here. She does got support levels at $1.30 though from yesterday. So I want to keep an eye on that. And I do see some big orders hovering right around there. Actually, right around $1.25. RIGL is another one that's moving pretty nicely too. Pharmaceutical stocks, building a little bit of a Fausto flag. This one looks a little bit better than the other ones. All right. Great volume everywhere. That one looks pretty good. VXRT, another stock. No real clear direction. It's been a fun stock that we've been trading this last couple of days. You could see it ran from $2 all the way to $14. She's testing that major resistance levels right around $14. She did it in pre-market. She backed off. There's some decent volume out there, so it's not bad. You got good iceberg orders. I mean, stock traded 3.2 million shares already in pre-market. That's a lot of volume for a stock out there at this price range. Very nice stock, nice movement, good volatility. Just remember, guys, don't try to hit the home runs. Take the base hits and then run with it, all right? Another one right here, VNRX is also moving pretty nicely too. Gapped up pretty nicely, 5 to about 750. It's testing some really big support levels. If it breaks this support level, there's a buyer right now. You can see it for 19,000 shares at 560. If that guy gets hit, all right, it's over. Okay, then the stock is really going to drop. That's really what I'm seeing right now, what's kind of holding this. If it does break it, this thing could drop to 550 in a blink of an eye. But remember, it's buyers and sellers that control and make support and resistance levels. Got to keep an eye on that one. ALT, another one. This thing, I don't know what the hell happened to this one. This thing just went from, 26.5 hours, dropped down to 12, right back to 26. I mean, talking about having a heart attack. You know what? This stock actually reminds me of a student, a trader I traded with about 20 years ago. And he lost literally, he lost, he loved trading this stock. And unfortunately, he was involved in bad luck. I know some of you probably heard about that. But actually, I'm doing a video on it. It actually happened to me on Friday, believe it or not. Okay. I'm going to talk. I mean, on Monday, it happened to me. On Monday. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Friday. It happened to me on Friday. I'm gonna do a video on something, a trade that I got. It was the fastest money I ever lost in the history of trading. And I think you guys need to learn that, because yes, us traders are human, and yes, our traders do lose, but you know what? I'm still here. Okay. So I'm gonna do a quick video on that on YouTube and share that, guys, with you, because I think you guys need to learn that. But looking at this stock, it just brings bad memories. Could you imagine owning the stock, you're trading it's at 24, and then you sell it at 12, and it goes right back down to 24. You lose yourself 1,000 shares, 10,000 in a minute, not knowing that, not knowing if it's going to zero, because it did, because you could see it did it over there. Just bad luck. I know it happened to people in the past. I've seen it. Actually, this happened to me. I want to share my thoughts on it and tell you a little bit about it on the web, in a video I want to do about it, because you got to learn from it. You got to learn from it. Anyway, that one, I'm going to keep a close eye on it, though. I'm just a little skeptical how fast it went up, and it went up. Now, remember, last week we had on Closing Bell, we had Tom Sosnoff, and you can watch that video on YouTube. One of the biggest things I kept bringing up and I kept talking about is that there's just way too many short squeezes going on. They're all over the place, these short squeezes. I don't know where they're coming from, whatever it is, but these stocks are taking off. I have, out of the almost 30 years of me trading in this business, okay, I have never seen the amount of percentage gainers going up the way they do ever. So what does that mean? Great time to be in the trading business. But once again, you got to take the profit. All right, cyber traders, anything I'm missing that I did not mention in the cyber group room? We got Donnie. Donnie just made about 19 cents on RIGL. Nice trade right there. Nice trade. That was the one that we have on the protocol. Good for you. The banks. So anyway, you got the banks. They got their earnings coming out. Citibank, actually, what happened? They beat earnings this morning. I would just listen. I don't really look. Citibank beat earnings and it's down. Okay. You can't make money with these banks. Okay. I mean, like, you could play around, maybe get a good option call, this and that, but I would just stay away from them. That's really what it comes down to it. I mean, less risk, more to reward. Listen, you don't need to go out there and risk $50,000, a $50 stock, when you do the same thing with a $5 stock. At the end of the day, 50 cents is 50 cents, right? So why risk 50,000 when you could do it with 5,000? It's all about making money. That is, that's a business decision. Remember what the definition of business: making money. Okay. Not egos. Okay. Well, I never heard of this stock. Well, it doesn't matter what you hear. It's about making money. Remember I told you this story a long time ago? I'm going to leave you off with this too. And then we're going to talk about some other things. The way I got into the business is in the trading business, not because it's a good, prestigious business. I mean, like, people say, "Wow, you're a trader, you must make a lot of money." I'm like, well, you know what? I wouldn't have made a lot of money in the trading business if I didn't learn what my dad taught me. My dad was an immigrant from Italy that came here, and he got into the landscaping business. And I was like, I always loved gardening. Because I grew up with it all my life. And I went to school with it. I was the top 3 kids in my class as an artist, as a designer. And then after I went through the whole thing, I'm like, Dad, I'm ready to go to business. My dad says, okay, good. You enjoyed it? Well, I'm just going to tell you right now, you're not going to be a millionaire being a designer. I'm like, well, you could, but you got to be like the top in the world. I'm like, well, now you tell me that? He goes, listen, go out there, find something out. I want you to work hard, work with your hands, but go find an industry that pays a lot of money, that you don't have to be the best in the business. You could just mediocre and still do very well. So that's how I got into the trading business. So anyway, it's a great business. I love it. And I always thank him for it, but I learned a lot from it, So just because you feel like you went to school for one thing doesn't mean you still can't do this. I want to share that with you. So anyway, before we go, guys, just really quick on some slides, really quick. And just want to tell you some things that are going on really quick for today before we leave and check out. So Thursday, I'm going to be on Wealth 365. NASDAQ is going to be on at 11. Jill Marin-Jones is going to be on, and I'm going to talk about their platform, NASDAQ Total View. So you don't want to miss that event. I'm going to be on Thursday. I know some of you students are there. We always appreciate you guys supporting us and being there. You should be trading at that time anyway, but you always learn something new. And then today, once in a while, we do an event on YouTube Live. Today, every week, we do what's called Traders Talk. It's one of our most popular events that we do here in the Cyber Group room. Once in a blue moon, we'll broadcast on YouTube. So if you're logged on YouTube, you're not part of CTU, and you want to know a little bit about the strategy and how we train our traders and how we integrate and mentor them, you don't want to miss the 11 a.m. on today on Traders Talk. And if you're in the Cyber Group room and you want to watch live video, you can log into Cyber Group. You can log into YouTube Live. So it's pretty cool. All right, guys. All right, everybody. Anything else I'm missing I did not call out? Any other stocks? Andrew says, Fausto, what do you think of the WIMI? WIMI's done. That's over. That ship is gone and sailed. Why? People are still talking about that stock? That thing's getting crushed right now. It's just a big short squeeze. Look at that. We made a killing on that. 4 to 28. It was ridiculous yesterday. That stock is done. We're over with that. All right. There you go. Sharing that with you. All right, guys, listen, you got to go. I'm sorry. I'm talking a little too much. We're already about 5 minutes till the market opens up. We'll get ready. We'll start commentating in the Cyber Group room in about 5 minutes. Give the market about 5 minutes to let all these wackos get all their orders filled up, and then we'll get ready to hit the button and trade together as a team. And don't forget, if you're on YouTube, Facebook Live, just click on the bottom, like us, and we'll get you registered for the upcoming events, and hopefully we'll get to see you guys there. Good luck, guys. Be safe, be careful, and good luck today. We'll see you back at 4 and then back at 2:30 for the afternoon meeting. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading.